Hi, my name is Jonathan, and my project was Tilt. So Tilt is a web-based game that helps you study your vocabulary. So I was the runner-up in the beginner category. This app helps teens by helping them study vocabulary. It's a game that you really can't put down because once you put it down, you lose. And this works because one of the game mechanics uses your phone's gyroscope. So you tilt to get a red ball around the screen and match up definitions with the words. So again, this app helps you study vocabulary, and vocabulary is one of the biggest things you'll see on the SAT, which is one of the biggest things you have to study for in high school. And this doesn't only apply to teens, this also applies to younger kids as well. They can study their own vocabulary. I learned a lot of different JavaScript techniques that I didn't know before for motion and just general basic stuff that I didn't know because I was a beginner. So a lot of the people that helped me taught me a lot of stuff that was really valuable in my experience here. On from this, my view of the library has changed a lot because now I see the library as a place that people can come together and work together all night, and that's something that's really fun, which, I don't know, I haven't had a lot of these sort of experiences at the library before, so that's good. This experience was a lot of fun, and I would recommend it to anybody else who's looking to begin or just work on whatever they want to work on.
Hi, we're Team Refresh, and I'm Sabrina.
I'm Jessica.
I'm Olivia.
And I'm Kelly.
So we came up with this app website to figure out a way how to combat teenagers with different types of stress.
We really learned a lot from this challenge. When I first came into the library, I didn't know how to code a website at all, but throughout the night I learned a lot of things, and in the end we managed to actually make a website ourselves.
And one of our challenges was deciding which project to do exactly, because we were going to do one on helping teenagers find out about what major and what APs to take to get to that major, or de-stressing, and we found out de-stressing applied more to teenagers in Cupertino.
So during this competition, we applied for the beginner, and we actually won.
So let's focus on our website. We had 4 different types of stress that different teenagers face. One is family, the other is relationships, stress among peers, and finally we have stress among other relationships.
And we had 7 different categories, which included counseling, miscellaneous, forums, drawing, music.
Miscellaneous too.
Yeah, each with different therapeutic methods to combat stress.
And let's talk about the whole hackathon. Well, this hackathon has really changed the view, how I viewed the library. At first, I thought the library was someplace where you could just go check out books, come back, return, and then check out more books. And then now, after the hackathon and just the hackathon, yeah, I really was surprised to find how integrated the library was into our community and how it gives so many more opportunities to the rest of the community.
So overall, I think our experience during this hackathon on a scale of 1 to 5 was probably like
a 4. We think it's a 4 because while we stayed at the library, we had to stay up all night. And as students, I'm not really accustomed to pulling all-nighters. So for all of us, I would think that staying up night was pretty much a challenge, but I think it was easy to overcome because we had friends to work on the website together.
Hi, I'm Amrita.
And I'm Nandini.
And we created the app Night Owl at the hackathon.
We were the winners for the education category.
And our app was basically a way for students to stay awake without use of caffeine or like Red Bull or anything like that. And it did this by detecting how sleepy you were, and then based on that, it would set off a series of tasks you have to do, like say what you need to do for the night and do some physical activity.
Our biggest challenges were probably like organizing our time, from coding, debugging, and creating our video for everyone to see.
But what we learned from it was a lot of like teamwork, sort of dividing up who does what, realizing that picking an idea and sticking to it is probably the most important part of the whole hackathon.
We think this event really helped us, like really improved the library in our eyes because we saw it as a better place to study for groups, and we loved how it incorporated technology, not just books. And
Yeah, out of 5, I think we'd give it a 6.
Our team name is the Synthesizers. I'm Anish Krishnan.
I'm Anirudh Balasubramanian.
I'm Abhinav Pattabhatula.
And I'm Varun Iyer.
And we made Synthesis, a platform that enables users not only to create music but also enhance it. And we submitted our app into the social category and we won first place.
Our app, called Synthesis, allows users to improve their music to their liking. And basically what they do is they record their music and then they choose a background track from a list of optimal tracks that our algorithm has chosen for them, and then they can share it with the rest of the world. Our app provides all teens interested in music another chance to showcase their skills.
I think I speak on the behalf of all of us when I say our favorite part of this project of participating in CU Hacks was when at around like 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, we were just sitting there and we all like noticed each other focusing working, and that was like our most proudest moment, and I feel like that was our favorite as well.
We learned a lot about teamwork and how the computer science world can help benefit society, especially in Cupertino.
Yeah, and our view of the library actually changed because we felt like the library was actually taking initiative into new upcoming aspects because the hacking community is growing around like Silicon Valley and especially Cupertino. So I feel like the library is actually taking further initiative, and I like that.
And our enjoyment in this hackathon can't be expressed in with the 1 to 5 scale was off the charts. So yeah, it's pretty good.
Hi, our team name is Spot, and the app we created was named Spot 2. My name is Annika.
My name is Johanna.
My name is Elaine.
We created Spot, a social app that allows teenagers to get together and plan events more efficiently. The app allows you to create an event, and you can invite your friends to it. That way you can see all the events you're doing and manage your time better.
The inspiration for our app was that oftentimes we are sitting at home and we are bored, and then we don't know what our friends are up to, so it would be so much easier to have this app where we could actually see, oh, my friend is hanging out here, I'll go meet them too. It's a way to get teens out of their house, kind of unplug for some time, and just a better way to meet friends. Our biggest challenge with this was definitely the data management. It was very difficult for us to find a way for people to actually find their friends and be able to distinguish who's their friend, who's not in the realm of the app.
So this hackathon really made us view the library in a new way, because normally when we go to the library we just think, oh, there's like a bunch of books and it's just whatever. But since we spent our an entire night here, then we got to appreciate the library a lot more, because the whole time we were getting really tired. But this this technology that was integrated with the library was really a new inspiration, because at school they're integrating a lot of new technology such as Chromebooks, and I feel like it's really great that the library is also getting new technology, and I would definitely do this hackathon again next year.
We are Math Memory, and that is also the name of the application we made this year at CU Hacks. Now, first we would like to introduce ourselves.
Hi, my name is Nikash Khanna, and I'm a sophomore at Monte Vista High School.
Hi, my name is Yash Tandon, and I'm a sophomore at Cupertino High School.
Hello, my name is Adin Kaul, and I'm also a sophomore at Cupertino High School.
And my name is Kadar Tucker, and I'm a senior at Cupertino High School. Okay, so we'll first start off by talking about what our app actually is and how it will benefit teenagers. So our app is a game called Math Memory that essentially acts as a matching puzzle, one in which you match a phrase such as 7 times 9 with its product, which is 63. So we coded this in Java, and we use a graphical user interface in order to display the tiles to the user, and then they can try to match them. And they can also compete against others in order to have fun while doing so. So it's definitely an interactive and fun game.
And it helps teenagers because of the fact that in this world today that we live in, there's so many distractions from the TV to the cell phone to all these sorts of things. So we made this app to help students be able to concentrate, because once they use the app, they're able to not only have quick mental math thinking skills, but also they are concentrating for long periods of time, which can help them in everyday life.
Concentration and developing mental math abilities were some of the inspirations we had to our app. Now, first of all, we all know that memorization is key to one's success, because if you can't remember anything, how do you expect to do and accomplish all your tasks? Now, this application really helps with that, because first of all, it helps you learn basic mental math skills, which are obviously necessary in daily life. Also, it can be useful in studying for other things. For example, SAT, ACT, any school exams, and the possibilities are endless.
We faced numerous challenges while in this hackathon, because the hackathon is a long process and we had multiple ideas and not all of them worked out. One of the most difficult things was working together, because we had different ways of solving the problem and we wanted to do things in a different way. But we were able to combine our skills at the end and were able to come up with a pretty cool application.
Okay, so I guess one of the questions that comes to us now is, how do we now see libraries as opposed to how we did before? So before, we kind of just looked at libraries as a place where you could get books or maybe read something, but now I guess they're more of like a center part of the community that organizes events for its members and kind of brings everyone closer together.
One of the best parts for me in the hackathon was seeing how much the library has changed over time. When I was a little kid, all I thought the library was a place where you could go and read books. But this hackathon really changed my perspective on it, because now I understand that there's a lot of new technologies that the library is incorporating, and that we can use this technology to not only gain intelligence, but to also understand the technology better, and we can learn more from the technology. So in this way, the library really changed how I think of it, and I've understood how big the library and impactful the library really is in our lives today.